Hello, students. I am going to explain some of the passages for explanations from Death Be Not Proud by John Donne. You know that apart from critical questions or textual questions, explanatory questions are also set in the university examinations. I would therefore explain some of the important passages from the poem Death Be Not Proud by John Donne. The passage for explanation is: Death be not proud, though some have called thee mighty and dreadful, for thou art not so. For those whom thou thinkst thou dost overthrow, die not, poor death, nor yet canst thou kill me. These lines are extracted from a very famous poem titled Death Be Not Proud by John Donne, a great metaphysical poet of the 17th century England. John Donne was a learned poet who studied many subjects such as arts, science, law, theology, and many other subjects. The most important thing is that John Donne explains a traditional thing, a thing that is much talked about in a very new way. In other words, he sets upside down and downside up. This is what a metaphysical poet usually does in his poetry or in their poetry. Death Be Not Proud is taken from Holy Sonnets by John Donne. In this passage, the poet talks about the insignificance of death, the simpleness of death, the meaninglessness of death, the worthlessness of death. People think that death is mighty and dreadful. Everybody is afraid of death. Nobody wants to die willingly because death is terrible. Death is fearful. But the poet in this poem asks death, rather chides death, that death should not be proud, because people consider it mighty and dreadful. The poet emphatically says that death has no power to kill anyone, to destroy anyone, to eliminate anyone. The poet says that he just overthrows whom death does think. It cannot kill, rather it throws a person. There is a difference between killing a person and overthrowing a person. When there is killing, a person dies. But when there is overthrowing, he does not die. He gets up again. So the poet says that death has no power to kill anybody. Rather, it can simply or it can only overthrow someone it thinks about. The poet says that death, you should not be proud, you should not feel glorified. The poet challenges death that he cannot kill him. The poet challenges death that he cannot eliminate him. Death has no power to kill the poet. The passage is full of personification and apostrophe, use of personification and apostrophe. In the passage, death is treated as a human being. Death is described as a human being. So it is a literary device that is called personification. There is apostrophe also. This is also a literary device in which the poet addresses an inanimate thing or non-living thing as a human being. Death is non-living thing. It has no human entity. But in this passage, the poet treats death as a human being. The passage is full of metaphysical wits, conceits, comparison. So, this is a very beautiful passage of the poem, Death Be Not Proud. Now, I would like to discuss another passage from this poem, the last passage of the poem. The last passage of the poem, which is usually said in the university examination, is thus. And dust with poison, war and sickness dwell, and poppy or charms can make us sleep as well, and better than thy stroke, why swellest thou then? This passage is also introduced from Death Be Not Proud by John Donne, a great metaphysical poet. He was a leader of metaphysical school of poets in the second half of the 17th century in England. He was a very learned poet who studied not only literature, arts, but also science, law, theology, and many other subjects. In this passage, the poet says that death is slave to many things. Death is slave to fate, chance, kings, and desperate men. Death is so poor, death is so helpless that it can't kill anybody without seeking help from fate, chance, king, or desperate men. The poet also says that death takes help from poison, war, and sickness. When a person consumes poison, he dies. When a person fights in a battle, he is killed. When a person suffers from illness or sickness, he dies. So long as there is no coming of any one of these things, death will not arrive there. Death will not come there. Again, the poet says that death is like poppy. Poppy means opium. When a man or person consumes opium or poppy, he becomes intoxicated. He comes under the influence of poppy or charm, and he becomes senseless. Death also makes one senseless. After death, a man sleeps forever. He has no sense. He loses his sense completely. The poet affirms that the stroke of poppy is better than that of death. So the poet asks death that death should not be proud of it. Death should not swell of it. Death should not feel proud of it, because it is very poor and it lives on change, chance, circumstance, kings, desperate men, poison, war, and sickness. There is comparison between death and poppy here. The poet makes use of conceits, wits, and comparison. There is a use of simile and metaphor in the poem. To conclude, this is the important passage of the poem Death Be Not Proud by John Donne. Thanks.